Hi, I'm Anthony Kaladi, and I'm doing an informative speech on how to properly shoot a basketball. Here's my helper, Chris. He's going to be holding up the poster board for us. As you can see here, there's a 5-letter acronym, BEEF, that was invented by Tom Norland. He's a shooting coach in the NBA and college. And after many years, he was a high school basketball player, all-star in Minnesota, averaging over 28 points a game. And after many years of studying NBA shots and college and professional players around the world, he created this acronym that would help, basically these 5 points that would help shooters become better shooters and perfect their jump shots. We start with B for balance. Balance is basically when you square yourself up to the rim. You make sure that your right foot is in front to give you a little bit of leverage when you go up to shoot. And you got to have your body squared to the rim no matter where you are on the perimeter. The next one is eyes. Eyes is key because you have to focus on where you're going to shoot. You can either focus on the front of the rim, directly inside the back of the rim, or the backboard. Eyes is key for when you're shooting because you don't want to go up and look at the ball when it goes in flight. You want to stay focused on the rim so you know that it's a perfect shot. Elbow is actually when you're about to shoot and you gotta make your arm into a 90-degree angle to ensure that when you bring your wrist back right here, you have a little wrinkle which makes it that your hand is cocked correctly for when you go up to shoot. And now this hand is part of it's part of the elbow acronym. It's part of the E. This hand is called the guide hand, and it basically just holds the ball in place when you go up and shoot. So it's not you go up with one hand and you lose the ball. This guide hand helps you go up and ensure that the ball is going to be directly to the basket. Extension is when you're going up and after you've shot, when you let it go, this is the extension. You have to have your arm directly straight up and your wrist looks like you're reaching into a cookie jar that's in a top shelf. This ensures that you have backspin on your ball and that your ball is traveling on an arc, which helps the ball go in to the hoop. And the last one, F, is follow through. This is when after you've shot the ball and you've seen it with your eyes, you made the elbow into 90 degrees and you had the extension, and now follow through is when you let go finally and you flick your wrist. This is the cookie jar concept. It gives your ball backspin and it has arc when you shoot. Another thing with follow through, for strength to go further and further away from the basket to shoot, all your strength comes from your legs. When you go to jump, that's why it's called a jump shot, because you jump and you shoot at the same time, which gives you more upper body strength to shoot the ball. A lot of people have this mentality where if I push the ball harder with my hands, it's gonna, I can shoot from further, which is false. It's actually the other way around. When you jump with your legs and you shoot, you have more power and more distance because you're shooting with an arc. When you shoot with your hands, it's just a straight line. There's no arc at all. It's just a straight line. So Tom Norland came up with this BEEF concept, and a lot of shooting coaches around the NBA, even to little kids in camps and stuff, use BEEF as a reminder tool to help people grasp the concept of shooting and the steps that they need for it. Also, one of the shooting coaches for the Toronto Raptors, an NBA team, his name is Dave Hopla. He's a part-time shooting coach for the Toronto Raptors, and also he's a motivational speaker, and he uses basketball as a tool for speaking. He goes around the country to different universities and schools and camps, and one of his highest percentage of making his shots in one of his seminars was 395 for 400, which is almost 98%. So he's a fantastic shooter, one of the best shooters that's ever played. And his quote is, "Good is the enemy of great." Do you want to be good or great? Good is good, but it's not great. Great is everlasting. So he uses that as a tool for helping kids learn how to shoot. And finally, we'll finish it off with a quote from the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan. He says, "You can practice shooting 8 hours a day, but if your technique is wrong, then all you become is very good at shooting the wrong way. You have to get the fundamentals right." So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you for listening.